What up? We on? Says some people are in here. What up, peoples? Can y'all hear me, peoples? What up? Almighty Sekou, Dee Dee. What up, Mel? Lisa Jenkins Bay, Courtney Dockery, Rohan Mason, Summer Breeze, Sam Stone 41. What up? Neon Black, Bar Heavy J, Spread the Well, One Immaculate, Eal Aqua. What up, Carly J? Invador Zen. What up, Chinzira? Shout out to Corey. You passed the Know Your Rights Foundation certification test. Shout out to you, brother. Telling you people out here knowing their rights. You better get up in here. True Knowledge, Immortal Nine. What up? Isaac Preston, Elijah L. McBay. What's cracking? Christopher Banks, Johnny Mack. What up? Nia Shelton, 24 Hours Insight. What's cracking? Andrew Marshall, Sun Kissed Earth. That's what up. Battle Axe. Yeah, baby. Leon Cowan, Scotty Saturn, Brandy Bookhart, Miss Cherry. What up? Neturu Mars, Zoe Israel. What's cracking? Mr. Ovary Massager. Me too. What's cracking? Peace to Pleasure. What's cracking? Pamela, what's that? Pamela Batarai, excuse me. Brian Bennett. Jelani, what's cracking? Who was that? Roger Ragland, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank everybody in here hitting their super chats. What up to all the peoples today? On this hot ass Saturn's Day. Shit, it's hot as hell in here. Almost didn't do the damn live stream today, y'all. It's hot as hell in Los Angeles, and it's even hotter in this damn house. Shit. Be outside somewhere getting me some cool air, breeze, cool water breeze, ocean breeze. What up, Faith Ford? What up, girl? Appreciate everybody for showing up. What's cracking, y'all? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Really quick, let me go over some stuff. We're not accepting Know Your Rights Foundation enrollments right now. But if anyone is versed in grant writing, please hit us up at info@knowyourrightsfoundation.org. That's info@knowyourrightsfoundation.org. If you have any grant writing skills, we're pressing out into that field. So if you have any grant writing skills, make sure you hit us up. If you want to help out the foundation, and so that we can expand and do what we need to do across the country. So info@knowyourrightsfoundation.org if you have any grant writing skills. And if you ordered the Police Stop Law package, it's on its way. So and if you, the deal that I was giving you 2 decks of flashcards plus the hat. So the hats are gone, so no more hats and no more flashcards. That deal is gone. So if you didn't get in on it last week, sorry. That deal is over, but you can still support. Make sure you go over. You'll still get the whole Police Stop Law package for free. It's still a $200 value. It's worth $200. The whole Police Stop Law package. If you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, we're gonna talk about some melanin today because they found some semiconductors or superconductors. We're gonna talk about where that came from. But order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. You get the whole Police Stop Law package for free. And that includes a deck of flashcards. So you will get a deck of flashcards, not 2, only 1. So make sure you get over to realnoggers.com. That's realnoggers.com and order the package. Appreciate you. Also, the homie Timmy Tight Top, he didn't get over with some new juices. I have 1 juice left. Man, you're supposed to give me these juices. It's the last juice I got. I had to put it in the freezer. This is the strawberry lemonade, strawberry, apple, pear, and lemon. Make the dopest juices. That's why I'm out of juices. Couldn't drop them off today, so man, I need my juices. Oh, Conceptual Elixirs, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I'm gonna hit you up real quick. So make sure you get over to ouijuice.com. That's OUIjuice.com and hit 5 off juice. That's the number 5. not the word 5, and you'll get 5% off off your order. And that's if you want any of the weight loss program, the anti-inflammatories. If you just want the detox program, he has all of those things over there for you. So make sure you hook that up. That's wejuice.com. My boy Conceptual Elixirs, man, I had a problem with my car this week, so I wasn't able to get. I didn't get to my. Had some issues with my car this week, so I wasn't able to get to my box. So, and I wasn't about to roll over there on a electric scooter and grab all the mail from the post office box on an electric scooter. But I will get over there. Things should be hooked up this week, and I'll get over there and hook up your elixirs. But Conceptual Elixirs, if you got a website, man, put it in the chat for me, or let me know what it is, and I'll tell them to go there right now. All right, appreciate you, man. All right. And anybody who for the Patreon, you want to go and sign up for the status classes, or if you want to learn the law and join the Police Stop Law classes, if you don't want to join the Know Your Rights Foundation to learn, you can still join the Police Stop Law classes if you join the Patreon. That's on patreon.com/realnagas. And also you can sign up to the higher levels, and you can sign up for the status classes. At the highest level of the status class, I teach you the contract. So how to contract without being obligated, how to have one foot in the system, one foot out of the system. And at the highest level, if you're able to explain the paperwork, I will give it to you for free. So that's patreon.com/realnagas. If you want to join the Sunday Police Stop Law classes, that's for anyone. If you want to go over there, there's a level for that. And also if you want to join the higher level for status classes. And also thank everybody. Thanks for people hitting the Cash App. That's Real Nagas, the number 9 at the Cash App. Thank y'all. Oh, and sales reps, for people who hit me up about the sales rep job for our medical business. If I haven't hit you up, I'm going to hit you up this week. Just make sure I'm just have a whole lot to get through. So if I see your emails with your resumes, so I'm going to hit you up this week. So make sure you look out for my email. I'm going to hit you up this week. That's sales reps and business administrators, or people who are good in business organization. You can hit us up at American Medical Billing 1. That's again American Medical Billing, the number 1 at gmail.com. If you want to get in on medical sales reps are best, but if you have any sales experience, that's also great. Again, American Medical Billing 1 at gmail.com. All right. So real quick, man, I want to make a correction. What I did last week, man, I was moving around so fast. I said Kobe's birthday was last week. So again, so it's 23rd. So it's 23rd of August, but I was thinking 23rd, and I had the 23rds mixed up, July and August. But the reason I said that, again, because I did Kobe's astrological chart about 20 years ago. There was actually an astrologer who did it. She broke down, she had the whole chart. So if you look up Kobe's chart, Kobe's actually born 4 minutes before Virgo begins. So he's technically a Virgo because Virgo starts on August 23rd. But if you look at his chart, he's born 4 minutes before Virgo starts, which you can see that Leo energy in him whenever he goes off for 81 on the court. That's Leo. That's Leo fire. So you can see it within him. So that's why. So Kobe's a cuss. He's also he also has if you look at his rising is also a cuss. Leo Virgo cuss, which is crazy. I haven't seen that really. But his sun sign is a cuss, and his rising is also a cuss. So that's why I got that confused last week. But I know what Kobe's birthday is. God damn it, all y'all niggas in here, man, you got the damn wrong birthday, nigga. I know when Kobe's goddamn birthday is. You think I've been living in LA, watched this nigga play my whole damn life, been in astrology for 30 goddamn years, and you think I don't know when Kobe's birthday is? God damn it, I know when Kobe's birthday is. But shout out to the Leos, still Leo season. So shout out to the Leos. Don't be out there hurting people this summer. Appreciate y'all. All right, everybody, let's get into it. Yo, Transcendental, appreciate you. As a pro trainer, do you have any fighting technique package for purchase? You say things that catch my interest all the time. So this is the thing, man. If you go on Udemy.com, that's Udemy, I have a fitness program. It's called Booty Boxing. but it's not about. It's all basically it's kickboxing. The reason it's called booty boxing is because it's leg workouts and it's kicking, kickboxing, Muay Thai kickboxing, which tones your legs. So it says it's booty boxing, but it has it's pretty much it's a bunch of it's like 24 workouts of Muay Thai workouts. So if you want to go to Udemy and punch in the real booty boxing, sorry, that's what it's called. But but there's a bunch of I have a bunch of martial arts exercises and combinations and stuff on there that you can learn. Roger Rose, appreciate you, brother. He says, Candy's Dr. G has the King Alfred. He says the King Alfred plan off the what? Off the chain. He says Dr. G has the King Alfred's plan off the chain. What's the King Alfred's plan? I don't know what that is. What's the King Alfred's plan? Gotta let me know. But real quick, I know y'all seen it this week. Now, me and LeBron James, we got our goddamn, we got our differences, damn it. That nigga's a bitch ass nigga. He's a bitch ass basketball player. You not better than Kobe, LeBron. I don't give a shit what your mama told you. You ain't better than Kobe, nigga. However, I don't have anything against LeBron's son. So, Ronnie, all good with me. You know, and the fact that he had a heart attack during his practice at USC, that's crazy. That is absolute crazy. And I remember when Stephen A, so everybody remembers when LeBron didn't want to take the cupcake. Everybody, y'all remember that? And he was like, he never said whether he took it or not. And he was not, and then they start pressuring him. And Stephen A, his bitch ass goes on and, come on, LeBron. What you gonna do, brother? Come on, LeBron. So he went on there chastising LeBron, basically putting the pressure on him. Then finally, he comes out and says, you know, he took it. It was the best thing for him to do for him and his family and blah, 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 the boot, and all that. Now, I know he was hearing about all the stuff that was going on. Now, did he really take it or not? We don't know. However, 18-year-olds don't necessarily just be falling to heart attack. Not just 18-year-old super athlete. Bronny James is an 18-year-old super athlete. And this nigga now he has all the things. So anybody knows about LeBron. LeBron spends like $1.5 million to $2 million a year on taking care of his body. Nutritionists and workouts and all the health and medical stuff. So he spends a gang of money. You think Bronny doesn't have access to that same health care? So Bronny's in super shape. That's, you know, chefs and nutritionists and all of that stuff, right? So Bronny's in great shape. And he's only 18. So this nigga can run forever, jump out the gym, all of that stuff. But he passing the hell out during practice. This wasn't even an actual game. Talking about practice? You goddamn right. We talking about practice. This nigga took a nap on the court in practice. This nigga like, this court look kind of soft, my nigga. I'm just gonna, coach, I'm gonna lay down right here, if you don't mind. 18-year-olds just don't take naps in the middle of practice. Now, is it that rare? Yes and no. So if you want to look up the statistics, you got to do that. You got to kind of be balanced when you're looking at this stuff. So the stats say that 1 out of every 70 schools has a cardiac arrest event every year, and that's sports related or otherwise. 1 out of 70 schools. So did he fall into the statistic of the 1 out of 70 statistic? Because if he didn't take it, then he would have to have just fallen. That could be the only way. If he didn't take the cupcake, then he has to fall under the 1 in 70. It's one of the two. Either you ate the yummy, delicious, yummy tofu quinoa cupcakes, you ate them nasty ass bitches, and that shit started coming back up, and then started attacking your heart. When it started coming back up, you're like, nigga, your body was like, nigga, we don't eat tofu quinoa cupcakes. Get this shit out. And on its way back up, this shit started attacking your heart. It was either that, or he falls into the 1 in 70 school statistic. I don't know. Now, if we want to look at it another way, spiritual, a lot of you guys found me back when I did the conjunction video. Right, I did the conjunction video, and then right after that, we did the conjunction video. Then I did a video on Kobe. So the first time you guys saw me, I did a Saturn video on Kobe, because this is right after Kobe had passed. And so I did a video breaking down the Saturn symbolism behind it and all that, and how LeBron, either directly or indirectly, allegedly, you gotta say that, had something to do with that. Whether if you're in these secret societies and they pull off these sacrifices, and you somehow inadvertently agree to go along with it, because you don't know what they're gonna do, you just say, oh yeah, nigga, I'm down with the group. But you not running the group, so whoever's running the group, they just doing willy-nilly and get your energy involved, and you go along with it, then you're a part of that. So everybody knows how he showed up the night Kobe, excuse me, he showed up the night before Kobe, his helicopter crashed. He showed up with the Kobe written on his shoe, Kobe forever, on his shoe. Like, nigga, what you doing with Kobe forever on your shoe? Right before that. Then another one of his teammates, I think it was Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Go punch this up. Contavious Caldwell-Pope showed up to the locker room that game, that night, when LeBron passed Kobe for the scoring, on the scoring list. That was that night when they played in Philly. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, KCP, shows up to the game in a Kobe jersey, but it's Kobe skeleton. It's not Kobe, it's a Kobe skeleton with the Kobe jersey on, and it's in flames. Go look that picture up, y'all. Go Google that picture. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, Kobe jersey, the night he died. Why was he wearing a Kobe jersey where Kobe was in a skeleton? In flames. Right before the night where this nigga dies and burns up in the helicopter crash. In flames, right? And that's actually was one of the pictures that supposedly got sold, was Kobe burnt up. His skeleton burnt up in the wreckage. That's why Vanessa sued the police department and won, because they was releasing all these pictures of the plane crash, of the helicopter crash, and one of those was Kobe burnt up. So, but Contavious Caldwell-Pope that night before that had a goddamn jersey on of Kobe skeleton, in the Kobe jersey, 24 Kobe jersey. And who is Contavious Caldwell-Pope's manager? That would be Rich Paul. Rich Paul is also whose manager? LeBron James. Or really, does LeBron James own the goddamn thing and Rich Paul is just the front man? That's what I think. I think Rich Paul is the front man. LeBron James really owns the goddamn thing, or is the big stockholder in it. But you see these connections? So why did they have this stuff on the night before Kobe passed? So the reason I'm bringing up the karma, because now, all of a sudden, you thought you were just going to get away with that, but no, the universe says, no, you got a son, don't you? Okay, well, you think your son is going to go off and have this great career and boo-boo and do all of this? I don't think so, buddy. Now, I don't know if that's true, because we don't know if he got myocarditis or not. But if the cupcake gave him myocarditis, you can't play sports. That's a wrap. That's it. You can't play sports with myocarditis, because you can be the new Hank Gathers. Everybody remember Hank Gathers? He played for USC, died on the court. So you can be that. They don't want to see that shit no more. So you can't play. So I'm just saying, is it karma for Kobe, for LeBron being involved in? Is this his karma that his son had to sacrifice his whole career? Maybe ain't gonna put it on him, but we don't know what may happen. I'm just saying, nigga, you can't get away with shit in the universe. When you do stuff, the universe sees that shit. Nigga, I see you, nigga. I see you, nigga. You ain't getting away with that shit. It may not be till 40 years later. Universe catch up with your ass. So, I don't know. Because if he took it, it's probably karma. But if he didn't, then he just falls in line with the statistics of the 1 in 70 kids out of 1 in 70 schools who happens to every year. Who knows? We ain't gonna know. LeBron ain't gonna tell us. So, but we can just keep up with the signs. I think it's the karma and the cupcakes. So then, moving along, you got the new V that they're pushing on everybody. This the cat dog cat, the CDC. They're pushing on everybody is MERS COVID. MER, so MERS, MERS dash COVID. Anybody hear about that? The new joint? MERS COVID. That's the new boogeyman now. They done combined the two. There was the MERS V, and then you had COVID. And they paid for them two niggas to go out on a date. They paid for them niggas to go on a little date. Hey, what you doing, nigga? What you doing? They kind of mingled up, and now you got MERS COVID. And that's what they said is going to be the next thing that probably shuts you down. What up, Christopher Perkins? What's poppin', brother? They said that's probably going to be the next thing that shuts you down is the MERS COVID, because they know you're not going to go in the house for the Boogie V no more. They know they played that one out. That's gone. Ain't nobody about to stay in the house if they say it's another, if the Boogie V has mutated again, which they did say in Indonesia. There is another mutation of it that just came out a couple days ago. So in Indonesia, there is another mutation of the Boogie V. But then they say, oh, it's not really, that fatal or anything like that. So they know it's not going to really push you or move you to say, oh, we got another variant, we got another variant, we got another variant, we got another variant. No, that's not going to happen. So they had to merge the two. So MERS is more fatal. Is a more fatal V than CoV-19, right? It's more fatal. But CoV-19 is more contagious. So they've merged the two. Now, did they do it on purpose? Hey, I ain't said nothing. That's y'all. I didn't say they did it on purpose. However, they merged the two. And now you have a highly contagious V with a much more fatal V. So now that's how they're going to scare you. Now it's highly contagious and it's more fatal. Now they're going to scare your ass in the house with that. Again, MERS CoV is the new Boogie V that you need to be scared about. Because this is the way. Man, the fear parade is on full effect. Yo, how many people is there? 470? Only 220 something likes? Come on, man. Y'all know to take your damn shoes off. Come on, man. Y'all just like to hear me say take your shoes off. Stop that shit. When you at the door, before you ring my doorbell, have your shoes in hand. Say, where do the shoes go, sir? Right there? Okay, thank you. I shouldn't even have to tell you. You should have them in your hand. I should need to point where the shoes go when you enter my house. Hey, they go right there. You like, all right, boom, you set them down. That's what you do when you have decorum and couth and some class when you enter people's cribs. So, hit the damn like button. So, moving along, you got the Lancet Journal. So there was a article in the Lancet Medical Journal. That's LANCET. The Lancet Medical Journal. It was an article. They pulled it. The article showed the connection between the cupcakes and death. It showed there was a high connection between cupcakes and people who had kicked the bucket during the Pandeezy. This was an article in the Lancet, Lancet Medical Journal. And then they started getting backlash and they pulled that shit. But the article, the study from the article, it showed that out of all cupcake people who kicked the bucket, out of everybody who out of from the cupcake, right? This is for anybody who's new here. The cupcakes are the code word for this. So anybody who kicked the bucket for the cupcake, or out of all the deaths from out of everybody who kicked the cupcake, 75% were caused by the cupcakes. Oh shit! Who put this in here? Huh? Who put this in? Hey, who told you to put? Hey, pull it all now, pull it all. Shut it down, shut it down. They was like, nigga. The publisher, the editor must have been, he must have been on vacation that day, because there's no way they were supposed to put that in the journal. As soon as that shit came out, oh shit, who let this get through? Huh? I'm about to kill everybody in here, but shut it down. They had to shut the whole goddamn magazine down real quick and pull that. 75% of all the people who kicked the bucket during the Pandeezy, 75% was from the people who took the cupcake. They couldn't let that shit get out. God, hell to the no. So, damn. And then there was another study that came out. What up, Miss Jeannie? Miss Cragger. So then there was another study that came out by Dr. Brian Hooker. Not TJ Hooker, not TJ Hooker's brother. Y'all remember TJ Hooker? That's for the old people, old school people. Who remember TJ Hooker? But this is Dr. Brian Hooker, PhD. He did a study, him and some other doctors, they did a study that showed the more cupcaked a child was, so this is the more cupcake a child was, the more they had what they call immunosuppression. So depending on how many times you got your child cupcake, it suppressed their immune system more and more and more. So this is why you're seeing a lot of kids and a lot of people still coming out with things that your normal immune system would have normally suppressed. Just would have just suppressed on GP just because. But because they've lowered the immune system by sticking that whatever that bullshit is in you, it's taking the immune system down. So all these things that were suppressed in the body are able to come through now. That's why cancers are up, and and HIV and all the rest of these allegedly. Gotta say that. But this is what's going on, and now they just found out in the children for the and it wasn't even bothering the children. We already knew it wasn't even affecting the children. The boogie V wasn't. So people were just feared up, just bowing to the god of fear and running their children to get this experimental acid lava put in their damn body. And now you've affected their immune system, could be for the rest of their life. Now, I don't believe in stuff like that because the body is an intelligence and it always can can learn and grow and evolve. So I don't believe in your anything in your body's affected forever if you do the proper things to re-educate the body and get it on the proper path. So that includes if you were, you were boogie V'd and boosted up, you can still cleanse the body. This stuff doesn't last long. This is man-made shit. It ain't nature, so it's not going to last forever. That's why they wanted you to keep going back and get boosted and boosted and boosted. So eventually your body will kick this stuff out. It'll kick it out eventually over a certain amount of time. So you can cleanse your body of this stuff. Just be aware of that. So now this takes us back to Bronny James, though. See how it come full circle? Now all of this stuff is coming out. About 75% people who kick the bucket is because of the cupcake. All these young people coming out with myocarditis, all these young athletes kicking the bucket, man, it is crazy. All these young athletes that are kicking the bucket because of myocarditis, allegedly. That shit is crazy. But now, boom, when it happens to LeBron James' son, now everybody, oh my God, no, we can't see conspiracy theorists and blah, blah, blah. Wait a minute, nigga. This has not been happening since before 2021. Now all these kids are doing it, and all of a sudden, no, you're conspiracy theorists. You just can't jump to conclusions and wait a minute. We can't add up all the young children who's never been affected before. 2 years before you just threw out an experimental gene therapy. Now we can't question that shit. All right. So, Bronny James, I hope you didn't get caught up in your father's karma, because children share their parents' karma for a certain amount of time. Just so you know, you have your own karma, but children share their parents' karma a lot because they're not necessarily in full control of their lives. So what a parent does affects their children. So, LeBron, yo bitch ass, you had something to do with Kobe's death, nigga. This is the universe saying, hey. That's why I think it may have been indirectly, because if it was directly, it might have been worse for little Bronny. But boy, shout out to Kobe. But and shout out to Bronny James. I would actually, I want to see him play. I want to see what he got. I want to see what he got. I don't think he's gonna be as good as your dad, but I want to see what you got and what your game got. But that's the new Pandeezy information, world order information. It's coming, and they're not stopping. So make sure you get your information up on how to push back against the new Boogie V's they're about to release. So moving along. Did y'all see the Obeezies, Obama? I know y'all seen it. The Chef Boy Obama. That's what I like to call Chef Boy Obama. I ain't trying to shit on him. I ain't trying to clown him, but no, my man. So let me condolences to the man's family for sure. But there's so much weird stuff going on. There's a whole lot of weird stuff popping up. Why is it so much weird shit going on around this nigga's death? First of all, this nigga is paddleboarding in the lake at the Martha's Vineyard home of Obama, on the Obeezies, right? So we don't know what you doing chilling with the Obeezies. All right, he's a chef, he could be there, but they said the Obamas weren't there. That's what came out first. The Obamas weren't there. But then say, wait, they weren't necessarily at that house. They weren't there, but they were somewhere near in the proximity. And so they weren't necessarily away. Then it came out that he couldn't swim. So I ain't never been paddleboarding. Even though I live in Los Angeles, right next to the goddamn ocean, I don't really fuck with the beach like that. So, and I'm gonna show you why later on. But so never been paddleboarding. But apparently you can fall off pretty easy and stuff like that. So they said first he was paddleboarding in 8 feet of water. That was the first time I heard. Then it got switched to 4 feet of water. But so it was saying that he couldn't swim. So if you fall in 8 feet of water, if you can't swim, you can drown. But then all these photos, videos of this nigga showing up swimming like a fish, backstroking, and this nigga swimming like a goddamn, like he finding Nemo. But wait a minute, how this nigga drown? So then they come, oh, it was 4 feet of water. So maybe he fell off the board and hit his head on some, there's no coral really in the lake. I don't think there's any coral inside of lakes. If I'm wrong, y'all can let me know if there's coral inside of lakes. I don't know. But maybe he hit his head on some coral. Could be a rock. I don't know. But why does this fall in line with the Clinton's chef? The Clinton and the Bush's chef. So this dude was the Clinton chef and the Bush's chef. Why is it, wait, first off, what's up with the White House chefs? The chefs at the White House. What the fuck did these niggas see? Are they doing some spirit cooking? And they ain't supposed to let the secrets out? Y'all don't know what spirit cooking, y'all know what the spirit cooking is. Maybe they doing the spirit cooking and the recipe got out, or the guest list of the spirit cooking get-togethers, and they had to get taken out. I don't know. But it's always the White House chefs that's coming up dead. This nigga drowned too. White House chef drowning. President's White House chef drowning. Okay. Ain't nothing to see here. Nothing to see here at all. You guys are a bunch of conspiracy theorists. Why don't you get a life, man? Just get a fucking life, bro. There's so much things going on in the world. Why are you wasting your life on this bullshit? Get a life, man. There's nothing to see here. Okay? So, they want us to move along, everybody. They want us to move along and not question. But was he sacrificed? Is there something going on? Because I tell you what, the Bohemian Grove just happened last week. About a week and a half ago. Y'all know about the Bohemian Grove celebration? That just happened. That happens every July. I think it's around July 15th. And they go up there for a few days. They do their little Moloch, praising the Moloch and all the rest of that. They do that in the July. So this just happened. Was Obama and them there? Because it is in Northern California. I don't know nothing. I don't know a goddamn thing. Northern California, Martha's Vineyard, Northern California, Obama's. Hey, y'all put it together if you want. I'm just saying, the Bohemian Grove ceremony just happened in Northern California, right around the time Obama's chef dies. This could be also nothing. This nigga could have just hit his head on a rock while he was paddleboarding and just died. We don't know. A lot of coincidences though, ain't it? There's a whole lot of coincidences going on. And then, did you see on the PBD podcast, Patrick Bet David podcast? Y'all should watch Patrick Bet David. His show is pretty good. But Patrick Bet David podcast, he had Anthony Weiner, who was the former congressman, New York congressman, whose wife is Hillary Clinton's right-hand girl. Right-hand girl. I'm just saying, whatever hand she using, she one of them hands. She using one of them hands on Hillary. But his wife, his ex-wife or former, she's Hillary. She one of Hillary's hands. Y'all choose which one. And Patrick Bet David asked him about all the people who was tied to Hillary, who's close to Hillary and the Clintons, who done came up allegedly unalived themselves. Not just they just passed. Most of these people have either been in crazy accidents or they took themselves out the game. And he was just asking, why is this associated? Everybody got some shit they associated with. And it's usually from a small shred of truth that you can bring some shit up about. So why is Hillary or the Clintons attached to the thing that they're attached to, the rumor or the thing about them is that people who are close to them always die or kick the bucket somehow, some violent way, or they off themselves. And Anthony Weiner went crazy. This nigga went crazy. You can't say that and blah, blah, blah. This nigga didn't want to answer that shit. This nigga went crazy, boy. He was, no, we can't say that, blah, blah, blah. I mean, please go watch that clip. That nigga lost his mind over a question. And he pulled up the list of all these people. He pulled up the list of all these people who had kicked the bucket that was close to the Clintons, either violently in some type of accident or they kicked themselves. 40-something people. 40-something people? How in the hell? There's no way. There ain't that much goddamn coincidence in the universe for 40-something people that's you close to. Not some people that I met at Kroger's or Ralph's or Starbucks every now and then. I said, hey, what's up, my nigga? I said, hey, what's up, dog? Not some regular random motherfucker I seen at the beach or at a movie theater or something. No, these are people who are close to the Clintons. That worked for them, worked at their house, worked at their business, all of that. And 40-something people have died violently by accident, allegedly, or they've killed themselves. Like the dude who worked at the Clinton White House who let Epstein in, I think, 7 times or 17 times. He let Epstein into the White House 17 times. I think it's 7 or 17. But this fool, he was found hung from a tree with a shotgun wound to the chest. And they said he killed himself. How you gonna hang yourself and kill yourself with a shotgun wound you gonna shoot yourself in the chest? So after he hung himself, this nigga had a shotgun on the side of him by the tree. He took the shotgun, boom. Now, when they got there, they couldn't find the shotgun. There was no shotgun around. But the nigga had a shotgun wound to his chest. So, what happened to the shotgun? Did the aliens steal it? But no, that's a conspiracy, my nigga. A nigga hung from a tree with a shotgun wound to his chest. He killed himself, but ain't no shotgun around. All right. And Weiner went crazy just for asking that question. So, hope Patrick Bet David. Hey, nigga, you better watch out, Patrick Bet David. You know what happened when you fuck with them Clintons? Nigga, Bill and Hillary. They ain't get the Kill Bill and Hillary, nigga. They ain't get them names for nothing. So you better watch out. Shit. Cause damn. So moving along. Oh, then wait a minute, real quick. On the ritual side of the game, as we talking about the ritual stuff and the behind the scenes, what they do behind the scenes. Oprah's Oprah's faith advisor or faith healer. This dude that she used to promote, his name was John of God. Did y'all see this dude, John of God? Go look it up. Go look up John of God. This nigga, John of God, got 370 years in jail. 370 years in jail was for sexual, they call it sexual exploitation. That's the charge. That led to trafficking. Basically, he would get all these girls, these young girls who was his followers, he would get them to come to wherever compound or whatever shit he had. He would get these girls, then he would lock them there. He would keep them locked up there, force the girls to have babies. This is the report from the ladies who was trapped there. He would force the girls to have babies and then was selling the babies to his rich ass followers or rich people, who was in the market. They were selling them either on the market or to some of his rich followers. Basically, baby trafficking. Oprah talked about this nigga on the show all the time. Had the nigga on the show. There's pictures of Oprah sitting across, interviewing the nigga. His name is John of God. This nigga 81 years old, and this nigga got 370 years in jail because he was locking women up for like 10 years. And then when they were done putting out babies, he would kill them. He killed them. This nigga was crazy. And that's Oprah's boy. That's Oprah's boy. But Oprah want to come out and talk shit about every melanated nigga in the universe. Michael Jackson is the devil of the universe. Kobe Bryant is the devil of the universe. Fuck you, bitches. What's her name? Gail and Oprah. Fuck both of them bitches. They out here trafficking kids, selling babies, having babies, selling babies, killing the mamas and shit. All this shit going on. Go read that story about this nigga, John of God. Go read that. And that's Oprah's people. So, that shit gets deep. So, moving right along. Just saying, there's a whole lot of fuckery going on out here, y'all, and they trying to flip our heads one way or another. But Obama, the Obeses and the Clintons and Oprah and all of these niggas doing they shit. But we not supposed to know. That's why they tried to get Sound of Freedom taken out. They don't want any focus. They don't want any focus on the child trafficking. No focus on child trafficking. No. It heightens it. Now it brings in, we don't want, because now if there's a movie, that's hypersensitive about the issue, now everybody's looking at it. And they're trying to flip society into being more, child love friendly. That's what they call it. They're trying to move society into being more child love friendly. Then this movie comes out, The Sound of Freedom, that shows how fucked up this child trafficking shit is. Yo, Roger Gross, thank you, brother. The Clintons list is wicked. Hell yeah. But this movie comes out and shows how awful the trafficking is and how intricate it is and how all these people are involved and so now it gets everybody's focus on it. Now everybody's vision is on this shit. They oh shit, nigga, we've been trying to make this shit legal for the last goddamn 10 years, and now you done made a movie about it that's done put the spotlight on how fucked up it is. Yes. That damn movie made what? It's made what, $130 million or some shit by now? 140, 30, man, shout out to that movie, Sound of Freedom. But they don't want you to know. So, moving along. Did y'all see? There's a fight going on with the comedian Jess Hilarious. I've only seen a couple of her things. She's hilarious. She's funny sometimes. That's just my opinion. But Jess Hilarious goes off on the Decepticons. She went off. Shout out to her for that shit. Told you, I was saying, if this shit is going to happen, more women are going to have to get involved. You're going to have to get involved, ladies. You can't shut the hell up. You got to start getting involved, speaking up, doing your videos, doing whatever, doing whatever you have to do to bring spotlight on what's going on these men who want to be women trying to usurp your energy. They're trying to just take it over. That's still a form of patriarchy. Because if you see, it's always only the transgender, so suppose the transgender women, which are really men, who are the most aggressive in this shit. That's testosterone. They're the ones that are the most aggressive in this shit. You don't see trans men or women who think they men. You don't see them going inside the gyms and trying to lift 800 pounds next to a motherfucking real nigga who can do that shit. You don't see that. Or trying to jump into a boxing ring with a dude. Because they get their asses mangled. They know they not no real dude. They know that. They know ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about the shit. They know that shit. So, Jess Hilarious, she went on because some dude made a, and this trans dude made a video saying that women aren't the gatekeepers of periods. Menstruation, basically. They say you don't own periods or menstruation. You're not the gatekeepers and blah, 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 blah. And it's a whole bunch of crazy shit. If women don't own periods, who do? Wait a minute. You mean biological women? If biological women aren't the gatekeepers and owners of periods, which is when women, they're discharging the blood and all that stuff from the uterus and all kinds of other stuff from the uterus, also hormones and things of that nature, secreted in the blood. When they push that out in their cycle, in their monthly cycle, when they didn't get pregnant. So if they're not the gatekeepers and holders and the people and the owners of that, who the fuck is? You gotta have a uterus, nigga, to have periods. So I think the argument was there are trans men, basically women who've turned over to men, who still have the uterus and they still have periods. So that's the argument. That's still a woman. There ain't no man as a goddamn woman who doing dress up like a man, but you ain't no damn man. So Jess Hilarious jumped on that, and then the Decepticon community came after her, talking about she looked like she a trans man and all this and that. When she even said that, though, she put that out there herself, said somebody came at her in her DMs and wanted her to tap him, but not with a fake Dil Deezy, with her Dil Deezy, basically thinking that she was a man. So she put that out there, and then everybody jumped on there. Yeah, you look like a man, and you just mad because you're transphobic because guys think you a man and all this and that. But she's the one who put it out there and said that. Now, does she look like a man? I just think she wear too much damn makeup, which those trans the Decepticons, that's how you will know. They overdo the makeup and shit. Women, you don't have to do all of that to look feminine. You don't have to do all that. Now, do men like a little touch up here and there? Absolutely. A little lip gloss, that's about it, you know. Wash your face, make it look nice and bright. But you know, you don't got to do much really if you're a woman that look like a woman. When you come with all that caked on, packed on shit, and all this eyelash and eyebrow shit, and fucking eyelashes, motherfucking that can reach out like Plastic Man and grab a motherfucker and rapple them up. Like, what the hell are y'all doing with all that shit? You can wave your eyelashes just up here on your eye. You can wave it like this and shit. Who the fuck, nigga? When you wink at a motherfucker, you winking like this? Who in the fuck is that for? Most dudes don't like that shit. I'm gonna tell you right now. Most dudes do not like that shit. All that caked up fucking, you made the fuck up. Then you wipe all that shit off. You look like a completely different person. Most dudes don't like that shit. And I think a lot of women who do that, you're trying to follow trans dudes. Because they're the ones who started doing that caked on bullshit. Looking like Bozo the Clown, looking like Ronald McDonald. Stop putting that shit on your face, women. I'm telling you right now. Most men don't like it, especially alpha men. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like that shit. I like a woman to look nice and feminine naturally. You don't gotta cake up all of that shit. So they came after her. So shout out to Just Hilarious. Because let me tell you right now, women do own periods. And y'all can keep them bitches. Nigga, that's one damn thing. No, hey, we don't envy y'all in that shit. If you ever lived with a woman, you know, y'all can keep that shit. Have at it. Right on to you. More power to you. You can keep it. God damn it. Because I can tell you right now, we don't want that shit. Have you ever been around, especially, man, when you around and you all of a sudden just get into a fight with your girl and you don't know why? She start tripping over some bullshit. Why you put that much salt on your food? Stop shaking the salt shaker like that. That's too damn. Why you doing that? Why you breathe like that? Nigga, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Huh? Oh, what time of month? Because after a time, I used to go. I'm an Aries. You want to fucking bring the battle? Hey, I'm all here for it. That was my younger Aries. Younger Aries was here for the battle, goddammit. Before I understood, oh, these fights would happen at a certain time every goddamn month. I was like, hey. So now, then at a certain time, I'm like, but wait a minute. Is you about to? Oh, okay. Then we started recognizing what the shit was. Like, wait a minute. What time of month is you about to do? Okay. Talk to me in the next 3 days. See if you feel the same. If you feel the same, I'm all here for it. We can put on the gloves and we can go at it. But if you don't feel the same after 3 days, we know what that was. So, ladies, you can keep that shit. Because I done lived with it a few times. I don't need it. God damn it, I'm off the chain as it is. So, moving along in the in Rainbow news, in Decepticon news, then there was a trans athlete, a Decepticon athlete, being celebrated for being the first non-binary person to play in the Women's World Cup. Did y'all see that? So she's the first. She was trans, so she's supposed to be trans, but she's non-binary. She says she's non-binary. So she's the first non-binary person to play on the Women's World Cup team. Does anybody see anything wrong here? I don't know. Can y'all see it? I don't know. Can you see it? Yeah, hit the like button also, goddammit. It's 200 and something of y'all people here didn't take your shoes off. Take your goddamn shoes off. But anybody see any problem with that? She's non-binary. Playing on the women's team. It's dumb. Thank you. If you non-binary, that means you not a woman or a man. So how the fuck are you playing on the Women's World Cup team? Non-binary means I'm not a woman. I'm not the man. You, they, them. You a bunch of motherfuckers. Apparently. But you... You ain't a man or a woman. You a they, them. You got a whole bunch of motherfuckers in here like Sybil. Or like homeboy on Glass. What's the name? No, the dude, what's the movie from Glass? It wasn't Glass, it was the damn. Shattered? What was it? Shattered? With the dude who played Professor Xavier? And he was bald. Was that the movie? Somebody put it in the chat. Was it Shattered? Come on, y'all. What was damn. Split. Thank you. Split. Thank you. Split. Split. So, unless you got a bunch of motherfuckers up here like Split, why are you playing on the woman's? See, this is all a game. They don't even know what they want to do. This is crazy. Non-binary, but she can still be on the woman's team because why? She ain't transitioned yet. So she still got all her woman parts, which means you a woman. What the hell? This is crazy shit. Man, this is absolute hilarity going on right now. Because then in California school, the California school who was pushing back against Gavin Newsom's, there's a law that says that you have to teach LGBT curriculum in schools. So one of the counties were pushing back on that, and they got fined like $5 million or $3 million, excuse me. So they caved. They was like, shit, $3 million? At first they was like, fuck you, Gavin Newsom out of it. And then somebody said, how much? Huh? How much? Three mil? Three with an M? Oh shit. Well, Gavin Newsom, it wasn't too hard of a request. We can make some changes. Gavin Newsom. We don't hit 3 million is a little hard, brother. So they backed up. So I was shouting y'all out last week, California School District, but y'all bitched out. So I can't give y'all no shout outs no more because you bitched out. I know $3 million is a lot of money to pay in fines, but you got to stick up for the children. They're coming for your children. They told you. They're coming for the children. And this is how they're going to force you. Through extortion. Bullying. This is how they're going to do it. That's why you got to fight back against that. Because on Capitol Hill, there was a hearing on Capitol Hill. I don't know if y'all seen this, but there was a hearing on Capitol Hill from with Democrats and Republicans. But who was the dude? Damn. It was so I forgot the person who was leading the whole thing, but they had some detransitioners, or people who transformed and then retransformed. So they was Optimus Prime. They transformed into the truck, and then they transformed back to Optimus Prime. So when they came back, they started talking about their experience, how bad the experience was when they de-transformed, right? When they transformed back to where they tried to come back, because they really couldn't. So they were saying that. So one transitioner was saying how bad it was, how much pain they had, and how the puberty blockers didn't really, they're not real. They're not telling the truth about the puberty blockers. And then they had some girls from the school where the swimmer, Leah, with the dude who transitioned into a girl so he could swim with the women, Leah Thomas or Thompson, whatever name. So there was girls from the school testifying on Congress, and they said that they were forced to undress in front of dude no less than 18 times a day. What? What? All right. Again, same philosophy applies. You teaching transformer shit to my kids or debauchery shit to my kid at school, I'm coming up there, I'm smacking the whole school. Same thing. You force my daughter to undress in front of a dude with psychological fucking issues, nigga, thinking he a girl when you ain't got none of the goddamn same equipment, and you sitting back watching my daughters, nigga, there's nothing. Who seen The Color Purple? Who in here seen The Color Purple? When Celie and what's the name was saying, nothing but death could keep me from it. Nothing but death could keep me from it. Nothing but death could keep me from going up to that damn school and choking out all these motherfuckers who made my daughter change in front of this bitch ass nigga. Nothing but death can keep me from nigga. I'm going down smacking the shit out of all you niggas. I'm telling you, it's not happening. And they would change. See, something radical like that has to happen for them to be like, oh shit. Because if you don't do shit like that, they just think it's okay. Sometimes you got to lay the you got to be laying of the hands. You got to you got to start speaking in tongues and laying of the hands on niggas. Shit. When they start messing with your kids. So then real quick, there's a former high school girl. Excuse me, not that, but there was an indigenous transformer in Canada. Yo, Roger Groves, appreciate you, brother. You said I'm getting the strap. Thank you. I'm getting the strap and the Roscoe for my children. Thank you. These niggas is crazy. They ain't met the wrong nigga yet, obviously. They ain't met a nigga like me yet. Because if you did anything like that to my kid. See, luckily for them, I don't have a child. Because I'm telling you right now, they'd be in for hell if I had a kid and they was doing that. But, so there was an indigenous transformer from Canada. She was basically slamming the doctors for denying her euthanasia request. So now they're doing crazy euthanasia in Canada. Euthanasia, meaning self-assisted suicide, is one of the leading causes of death in Canada. So they asking people, they're telling people, do you want to die? You good? You don't want to you can't handle all this shit, nigga. We got a new solution, my nigga. Just go on in the room, put the needle in your arm, nigga. Hey, you can go on right away, my nigga. You out of here. It's all good. Ain't nobody gonna judge you. Shit get hard sometimes. We know. Room number 17, right there. Put your robe on, and we'll come and get you in a minute. That's what they doing in Canada. Some veteran had PTSD. He went to get treatment, and they asked him, did he think about killing himself? As an option. Not did he think about killing himself as the PTSD. Like, have you had suicidal thoughts? No. They said, hey, shit get hard sometime. We know. You ever thought about dying? Just killing yourself off as an option? What the fuck? This nigga came here for help. And you asked this nigga if you want us to kill you? We can kill you easy, my nigga. That's all. Hey, nigga, no pain. We'll give you some chocolate cake before you go, nigga. So your last meal will be some chocolate cake. Nigga, that'll be good. Who don't like chocolate cake as their last meal? Nigga, if I was dying, I would want chocolate cake as my last meal. We're gonna give you some chocolate cake. With milk. Nigga. Shit. Nigga right on in there, room 17. That's what they doing. But this transgender person, they asked to be taken out. And they said no. This person got transitioned, and they said the surgery was so bad, they're in pain constantly all day. So proving that there's repercussions from when they do this, but this person is all day. They said this person's like, they're in pain constantly. They can't fix it. So this person wanted to die, and Canada said, no, we ain't gonna kill you. Why would they say that? They're willing to kill everybody else. Nigga, they'll kill everybody else. They'll kill your dog, You got a hamster, nigga? We'll kill that bitch ass nigga too. Hey, nigga, you got goldfish? Hey, bring them bitch ass niggas in here too, nigga. Anybody you want us to kill, we'll kill. Except people who are not happy in their transition, in their sexual transition. Why? Because now it's an agenda we're pushing. And if it gets out that people who are transitioning are so unhappy with it that they're killing themselves, it fucks up the whole industry. So we can't have that. We can't allow you to do that because you are a symbol or a pawn, either whichever way you want to call it. You a symbol or a pawn. It depends on how you look at it, my nigga. Symbol, pawn. If we playing Monopoly, you just a symbol. If we playing chess, you a pawn. Hey, depends on what it is, my nigga. So you just a symbol or a pawn of this whole agenda we're trying to push, and we can't let you kill yourself. That's crazy. You understand how crazy that shit is? She said that she having constant pain from her surgically built vagina. His surgically built vagina. Whoever it is. It's a dude who transitioned into a woman. So his surgically built vagina is constantly having pain, and he wants to die from it. Let me tell y'all, man. Start homeschooling your kids. I've said this a million times. Y'all have got to get together and start doing something new. The public school system is gone. That shit is dead. You have to figure it out. Get together, do group schoolings on Zoom if you have to. Each parent can change up and take a day, come up with the curriculum. Dude, man, figure that shit out, man. This is the time to be innovative. You can come up with new shit. When systems fail, it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing because new things can then take their place. That means that time has run out on that thing, and now it's time for some new shit. So the school system, the time has run out on that. It's now, everybody knows it's just indoctrination. If you don't know that shit now, you're the dumbest motherfucker ever. And then, obviously, if you do know it, sometimes you can't get out of it because we know we got work and all that type of stuff, but we're saying you can. You're saying that you can't get out of it. Have you tried? Have you tried to figure out a way? Have you tried to talk to other parents and say, hey, can we come together and do this, 5 days a week? You take 2 days on the Zoom. I'll take 2 days on the Zoom. You take 2 days on the Zoom. Whatever it is. Then figure out curriculums to come up with. You can teach your children things that they need that's going to actually benefit them in the system and society. Yo, Aaron Wilson, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank everybody for hitting the Cash App and the Super Chat. But have you tried to do that type of stuff? And if you haven't, then you haven't exhausted anywhere near your options that you need to. So that's my thing. Get them out of school. Then, did you see that there's a gender? This is on your phone. Again, this is in the rainbow news. On your phone, they're about to come out with a gender-neutral family emoji. This shit is going crazy. So they already got a gender-neutral emoji, I think. It's a silhouette. So now they're coming out with the gender-neutral family emoji, meaning the little children are now not boy or girl. They're just blank silhouettes. Because if you got a non-binary or a transgender child, because a child, everybody knows that a child knows what gender they are. So if a child tells you that they don't have a gender, they're boy and a girl. Yo, Dr. Vashiva. So check out this brother on Indian side. Okay, for sure. But if you're not a boy or a girl, then you can use the little family non-binary emoji. We're none of us. None of us are boys and girls, or I don't know how the fuck we got here. We just manifested. It was a poof, poof, pow. We just appeared. Wait a minute. People come from vaginas. We don't have vagina. There's no binary. There's no such thing. We just appeared here. So the funny thing about this, well, aside from the obvious, the funny shit about this is, I've done this, and I've done this before. I've talked about this before in the past about the emojis that they don't have still on the phone. So this is on iPhone. I don't know about Android, but on the iPhone, you know they still don't have the black family emojis. Go punch it up. They have white family emoji, the man and the woman, white family emoji. They got man and man family emoji. They got woman and woman family emoji, but they do not have the black family emoji on there. Why is that, people? Yo, JR, thank you, brother. Appreciate the dedicated, constant work, always providing solutions. Thank you, brother. Respect, power, power, passion, honor, brave heart. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Now, that's not an agenda, because the people who make the emojis for the phone is one same company. They do all the emojis, or most of them, 90% of the emojis for the phones. So, why in the hell have there not been a black family emoji or melanated family emoji? Because they don't want you to see yourselves in that position. There also is not, there's a handshake emoji. Have anybody seen the handshake emoji? Go look at that. The only colors on the handshake emoji are the two white hands. Now they recently changed it. Recently, it just changed it because it was only the two white hands. You didn't see two black hands shaking hands. Why? Because they don't want you two niggas to connect and have community and camaraderie and brotherhood. They don't want that. They don't want any of that shit perpetuated. That's obvious. Why the fuck you got a racial emoji for every other option in here, but family and friendship. You don't have any any other alternatives for that. Now they have the black hand shaking a robot arm, a robot hand. That's the new handshake emoji. But it's still, they got the two white hands, Caucasian hands shaking. But the only one you can choose now is the melanated hand shaking hands with a goddamn robot. That's your friend. Computers. Not each other. Caucasian people can be friends with each other. You nigga, you see that computer right there? You see that computer with that fat old booty right there, nigga? That's who you supposed to love. Computers with fat asses, nigga. That's where you connect. Right there. Nigga, don't looking at me, nigga, right there. That's all they want for you. That shit is crazy. No black family or friends emojis, but we're gonna have the non-binary family emoji before we have melanated family emoji. That should be an outrage. To me, it should be an outrage for that shit. No melanated person has ever wanted to send the family emoji in their color at all. Goddamn. So, it's all fuckery. So, moving along. Did you see the Senate hearing? I know you saw it. Everybody's seen it. We've been talking about it for the last month and a half. This has been the news for the last month and a half. So it wasn't really. So, oh yeah, Cash App is. That's the Cash Me. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Faithful. Yes, that's the PayPal thing. The Cash Me. And the Cash App is Real Nagas, the number 9. All right. So the Senate hearing. On UFOs had the guy who did the News Nation interview, David Grush. Now he had a Senate hearing. So it's the same guy who initially came out. The week before, there was the press conference, the UFO press conference by Stephen Greer. That they still not acknowledging Stephen Greer for some crazy reason. Stephen Greer been doing this for 30-something years. Got 700 whistleblowers. They still has not put him on the public screen. You haven't seen him anywhere in the public. But you got this David Grush dude all over the place. And Jeremy Corbell and all these other supposed mainstream UFO whistleblowers. But Stephen Greer whose whole life is about this whole shit for 30 years, gathering whistleblowers and press conferences and all of this shit. They don't talking about him at all. Yo, Cedric Dalton, appreciate you, brother. For sure, I'm gonna keep it going. Yo, and Bobby Digital, thank you. Appreciate the cash app. So, why haven't they put him out there? That to me says they're agenda, because he knows too much. If you put him out there and he goes in the public, he can crack the lid off all of it. He knows about all the beyond black ops. He knows about, I mean, he has so much. You've seen the videos and documentaries he's done. So if they put him out there, so many questions. He's even gone to them, just like David Grush did, into the secret facility that they transfer information. He's giving them all of this stuff. They have all of this stuff. They trying to act like they don't have it. And this is all new information when David Grush get up there. But the dude, Tim Burchett, the Senator Tim Burchett, he got up there. He real about it, though. He seemed like he's really sincere. And he's kind of like, they're trying to block us. Every time I try to go get the information, they tell him no. So he seems like he real. He really trying to find out what's going on, and they blocking him when he tries to get to beyond the beyond black operations, right? So all this stuff starts coming out. So David Grush, it was really boring. If you watched it, that shit was boring as hell. just you know, the Senate here. They need to do something to spruce up those Senate hearings. I mean, the people, the way they answer questions and the way they ask questions and all that shit is all bullshit. But so finally, when he got to some stuff, the best thing, or the most important stuff that he said was, we got U.S. personnel has, excuse me, he said that we have aliens. The United States has aliens, right? That's what he said. United States, he didn't call them aliens. He called them biological, non-human biologicals. That's his word for them. Non-human biologicals, right? Because he don't want to say alien for some reason, or extraterrestrial, but that's what it is. So he said we got non-alien biologicals. Then he said that U.S. personnel has been aggressively harmed by the non-alien or the non-human biologicals, the aliens, right? Meaning, so basically, and he's also said that people who've been trying to keep the secret have been killed by the U.S. government also. So those are the main things that he said. Stuff that we've been hearing for a minute. And stuff that he said in the News Nation thing, right? So why is all of this stuff coming out? So then Matt Gaetz, another congressman, he came out, he said they had interviewed several pilots who observed UFOs. The pilots saw 4 in a diamond formation with an orb floating in the center. So a round circle orb ball. So it was in diamond formation like this, shoot, right? Shoot. And in the middle, had a big ass ball in the middle of the diamond. This is what the pilot said they saw. This is in the archives, right? Pilot's archives. So why is all of this shit coming out right now? Again, we talked about it. Is it distraction? It is distraction, but nobody really give a shit at this point. Why? Because we've been hearing about aliens for the longest goddamn time. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. What's the movie? The day the Earth stood still. War of the Worlds. So many goddamn alien movies. We've been desensitized to the shit, so nobody gonna give a damn unless an alien knock on my door with DoorDash. Unless an alien knock on my door and he got my burger from Burger Lounge, why would I give a shit? hey nigga, I ate half of it. But you were right. The burgers from Burger Lounge are good. Turkey burger is great. That's the only time I'm gonna give a shit about an alien. If this nigga dropping off my turkey burger and he ate half of it. That's the only time I give a shit. Yo, Brandon Terry, thank you, brother. Otherwise, what the hell do I care? It means nothing. We've known about it. Nothing's going to change now because you've been desensitized to the shit. So the knowledge of it is not going to be like, you know, it's going to change your life, because in the back of your mind, you already knew it existed. They existed anyway. The confirmation really doesn't mean any fucking thing, unless, again, they knocking on your door with half a turkey burger. Shit, you better not knock on my door with no half a turkey burger, alien. I will beat your ass. You eat half my turkey burger. You understand? So, but then we say it's distraction because right now, Hunter Biden and the Bidens, they coming out, all the corrupt shit is coming out about how Joe was in the room with Hunter when they was extorting the people in the Ukraine for the money, and Hunter Biden got denied the plea deal. He was supposed to get a plea deal, and the judge that Trump appointed, they said, nah, nigga. Hey, nah, you ain't getting no plea deal, bitch. So that happened on the same day as the alien trial, or the alien disclosure. Same day, same time. Two going on. Hunter Biden trial, aliens. No way. Nothing to see here, though. No, this is total coincidence, everybody. Total coincidence. We're holding the alien disclosure hearings on the same day as the Hunter Biden trials, or Hunter Biden hearings. You guys are just conspiracy theorists. Conspiracy is just your fucking religion, man. Get a new goddamn hobby, man. Fucking conspiracy religious motherfuckers. So, that's coming out. But what's the real reason that it's coming out? Now, I would say, because they're trying to hide, there's a real alien invasion going on at the border. That's the real alien invasion. They don't want you to see that shit. And we're going to talk about this in a second, about what happened in Chicago. But that's the real alien invasion is going on, is the border. If y'all don't know, they are coming over here at 100,000 and 150,000 per month. That's what they catch. They said they catch 150,000 a month or some shit like that, trying to come over. How many get over? How many they don't get? So that's the true alien invasion right there. And they trying to distract you with all this other bullshit. And Hunter Biden, they don't want you to see Hunter Biden. And nigga, the Biden family is going down. They can't even hide most of the fuck shit that he's done. Man, it's crazy. So he done so much bullshit that any other regular president, they would have hung that nigga by now. They would have hung the nigga by now. If Kamala Harris wasn't the vice president, if this nigga had a vice president they would actually want, this nigga would have been gone. But if this nigga goes, Kamala Harris moves in, they like, oh, hell no. That crazy bitch? Fuck that shit. So they like, no. Keep this dead ass Weekend at Bernie's nigga. Keep his ass in the seat, please. But you say, okay, it was a distraction. But then there's a video that started to resurface. I saw this back in the late 90s. It was a video that came out from the early 90s. It was an alien investigation. An actual gray. So this is supposed to be from a facility, footage from a black facility where they had a gray sitting in a chair, and you can see the motherfucking head and everything. So this is from the early 90s, before CGI and shit got really crazy. So you couldn't do deep fakes and all that. That didn't exist back in 1990. So it was an alien. You seen the gray, and it was trying to talk, and it's looking up into the screen, and it's moving around and shit. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of doctors come in and started grabbing his face. You can see doctors, they had the face mask and the surgical hats on and shit. And they started prodding and poking shit in its mouth and moving it head to the side. And then there's a nigga in the room, and I mean nigga, there's a nigga in the room that looks strangely like Colin Powell. They call this the Colin Powell alien, not autopsy, because it was still alive. So it wasn't dead, it was alive. They would examine the Colin Powell alien examination. Y'all want to see the video? Y'all should go, it's on Real World News, the Telegram channel, Real World News. Some of the people in the moderators, can y'all put the Real World News channel feed in the in the chat for me if y'all know it? So Real World News on the Telegram, that footage is in there. You can see Colin Powell, light-skinned ass, light-skinned nigga ass. So it looks strangely like we don't necessarily actually know if it's Colin Powell, but it kind of looked like Colin Powell, which gives validity to the video. So everybody was saying, oh, it's a fake, it's a fake, it's a fake. But wait a minute, oh, wait a minute. Is that Colin Powell? The fuck Colin Powell doing in there with alien? God damn it. Colin Powell. So we don't necessarily know, but and they said the alien, it was monochromosomal. The alien that with the gray, man, this shit look real as fuck. Y'all need to go see it. Goddamn. If that's a fucking fake, they must have got Rick Baker. Rick Baker's the greatest alien, like the greatest special effects dude that's been in Hollywood. So he's the dude who did Michael Jackson Thriller. So if that's what it was, because that's who they would have had to get in '90. He was the top dude in Hollywood, Rick Baker, in the '90s. So they would have had to get him to make it look this real. So if it was Rick Baker, shout out to you, Rick Baker. Goddamn, that shit look real as hell, nigga. But it looked like Colin Powell. I don't know how you fake looking like Colin Powell in the room, but hey. And then the last thing, they're trying to capitalize on all of this. This is what I'm saying. They're trying to get you used to the aliens now. This is full disclosure, but soft disclosure on the underlow. They're not gonna come and put it on the big screen and breaking news. Aliens! They've invaded the Capitol. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna get credible Congress people and senators and all these people who have access to classified information, who've seen it, who've seen the footage. They're gonna come and tell you, and then they're gonna leave it up to you to believe it or not. Like, well, look, nigga, a congressperson told you. What? Why would this congressperson be lying? Why would all of these goddamn pilots and stuff who are coming to these congress people, why would they be lying? Like, you'd have to make sense of that if you're just going to be with the full doubt and, I don't believe it. So they're really trying to put it in your psyche that it's popping out there because McDonald's, the food company McDonald's, they're coming out with a new restaurant built around aliens. Did y'all see that? McDonald's new restaurant is built around aliens and it's called Cosmix. Like McDonald's, like MC. So Cos, C-O-S, then capital M, lowercase c, apostrophe S. Cosmix. These niggas, alien-themed McDonald's is coming to a town near you, my niggas. They are going full-fledged, off the chain, full blast. Here it comes. So, goddamn. Goddamn. Here it come, y'all. So, in the world of world politics, hold on, y'all. Excuse me. If y'all, hey, real quick. Oh, thank you, Bio1656. Thank you, brother. He said, are they going to start the Starfleet Command? Hey, they already got Starfleet Command. It's called, what is it, nigga? The Space Force. And this already started. Real quick, this is about to give me a little sip, but if you guys don't know about this right, this is called Lemon Perfect. They don't pay me anything. This is just a drink that I drink. This is if you have a problem drinking a lot of water, because I don't drink water all the time, but I get my water in through this. This is lemon water. This is organic lemon water. It has half an organic lemon in each bottle, off the chain. Only 5 calories per bottle, no sugar. So, man, this is so good. It tastes like lemonade, but this is kiwi lemonade right here. This thing is so goddamn good. Go check it out. Lemon Perfect. All right. All right. So, moving along. We moving into world politics, because we almost done. So, in the world of world politics, real quick, I know you saw the DOJ. They pressed more charges on your boy Trump. He says Cleo McDowell. So you see the Is it Cleo McDowell? Yeah, the McDowells. They're doing they're gonna be doing the alien McDowells. That's funny. They're gonna be doing the alien McDowells. McAliens. So the DOJ pressing new charges on your boy Trump. They said that he erased his computer, his server, his video server from Mar-a-Lago. Basically, they said that he was basically they don't know, but the footage could have picked him up hiding documents. So they don't know either way, but they said that he erased the server. And so now they're pressing charges on the nigga for destroying the video server. But they don't know what was on it. But they're pressing charges on the nigga. Now, this reminds me of somebody named Hillary who did something to her damn server and nothing ever happened. Did anybody remember that? What happened to Hillary's server? Everybody? What happened? Let me tell you what happened. She had her interns take a hammer to the bitch. She gave the server to her interns, and her interns they smashed the shit out of her server to keep people from finding out the shit that was on her server. She was doing mad fuckery. She didn't want nobody to find out about them kitty parties that she was having. Her and Podesta and Obese, allegedly. So, but she smashed the shit out of that server. She was like, oh shit, I gotta give up my server? Okay. So she smashed it and then she bleached it. She not only smashed it, she bleached the shit. Or what they call washed it. Washed it, like under some solvent to erase the old, like to really, that bitch crazy. She like, nigga, my server, nigga, fuck that shit. Set fire to the whole shit, right? But now they coming after Trump because he erased his video server at Mar-a-Lago. This shit is hilarious, yo. If this shit, dude, this shit is not. If it wasn't so goddamn funny, I would think somebody was writing the script. If it wasn't so serious, the repercussions of it, I would think somebody was writing the script. So, again, all of this is happening right when the story comes out about Hunter, Baby Biden, and Daddy Biden taking millions in bribery money and pay to play money. So pay to play money is when somebody who wants to get close to a politician, they'll pay somebody like Proswell from the Fugees, like the Asian dude did Proswell. They'll pay this dude because they're really close to politicians, and then that's how they get in the room and do, excuse me, and then they pay to have access to a politician. So they was taking all this money for that. Hunter Biden was taking all this money from people who wanted to get close to his dad. And then he was chipping off Daddy Biden, what he got, a little piece of what he got. And then they would have a business, Daddy Biden and whoever he was hooking him up with would have a business deal. So this shit is crazy as hell. It's so goddamn crazy. So again, obvious distraction. Just like the aliens. But again, the real alien invasion is at the border. Because did you see in Chicago? So Chicago residents went crazy this week. I hope y'all seen the videos, because people in Chicago is not taking the bull crap anymore. Shout out to Chicago for not taking the bull crap. But the people in Chicago, they went crazy. They at a council meeting where they about the illegal immigrants destroying the communities. They saying the illegal immigrants is coming there. They don't respect the laws over here. They just doing crazy shit, just drinking outside, just doing all kind of crazy shit. That's just messing up the community, getting in fights, harassing women. That's kind of what Trump had said, didn't he? When he was coming down that escalator, what did Trump say on that escalator? They sending who they sending over to the spot? That's what, hey, nigga, hey. Nigga kind of look like a goddamn prophet now, don't he? But so the melanated, these are the melanated people in Chicago when they are going crazy. And the one dude, he got up to the podium and shout out to this nigga. He said, look, if y'all don't want to handle it, we gonna start handling it. The Chicago way, nigga. Like homeboy and like Sean Connery from The Untouchables. That's the Chicago way. Anybody remember The Untouchables? Nigga said he put one of yours, he puts one of yours in the hospital, you put one of his in the morgue. That's the Chicago way. So the nigga in Chicago, he said, hey nigga, if y'all don't start doing something about this shit, we gonna start handling it the Chicago way. So shout out to the Chicago, to the niggas in Chicago. They are not about to let the immigrants come in there and start fucking up their community, which you can't. You better start, hey, nigga, start disciplining them fools. You just can't come up in here with your bullshit, nigga, and just start usurping and taking over people's resources that you didn't contribute to. Sorry that your situation is messed up over there, but that's your situation over there. We got our own shit over here, nigga. It's a bunch of people who are homeless as fuck, and they ain't getting no government money to help them. All the government money is going to house the illegal immigrants that's coming over to this bitch. And that's what the goddamn people in the city council meeting was saying. They're taking all of our money, sending it to Ukraine, housing these illegal immigrants over here, and we ain't got nothing. Oh, they went off. So shout out to the people over in Chicago who are starting to understand you got to get involved. You just can't sit around and act like the shit that the people in government do don't affect you. Melanated people, you sit back and think that all the shit that these niggas do, well, nigga, that's them white folks, nigga. I ain't gonna get involved in that, because, nigga, that's white folks shit, nigga. But, nigga, they make policies that affect your dumb ass. And I'm talking to the people who talk like that. Because if you don't get involved, nigga, if you, again, you sit back and let Caucasian people drive the limo. Worrying about where the Grey Poupon at. Hello, sir. Tell us when we're there. I just need to know where the Grey Poupon. Just keep me stocked with Grey Poupon, and we're very much okay. Just let me know when we're there, and me and my girl here, we're very good, okay. We're very, very good. Nigga, get your bitch ass, kick him out the goddamn driver's seat, yank that nigga out the driver's seat. Nigga, pop in your goddamn Mobb Deep out, your Mobb Deep CD. Nigga, turn up the goddamn speakers, put on Shook Ones, and mob your ass, nigga. You ain't a Shook One. You ain't a crook, son. You just a Shook One. Take over the limo and blast your Mobb Deep from the goddamn rooftop. Stop letting Caucasian people drive the limo, damn it. And that's what the people in Chicago are doing. They kicking these hey, nigga, y'all niggas got us fucked up. Y'all got all kind of niggas back here sitting in my lap. Niggas digging in my pocket. Nigga, rubbing my head and shit. Nigga asking me, nigga, hey, nigga, this is a nice shirt. Where you get that shirt from? Nigga, if you don't get your bitch ass off me, get off the goddamn limo, bitch. So that's what's going down in Chicago. Kick them bitch ass niggas out the limo, take control, and pop your Mobb Deep CD in the or you start streaming your Mobb Deep. So, in other news, keep it going. Biden, excuse me. Did y'all see Biden is sending another $100 billion to Ukraine? That's what they were talking about in the Chicago meeting. You sending all of our money to Ukraine? Biden is like, yep, thank you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you so good, because you know if you ain't black, you don't vote for me, you're black, right? So thank you for voting for me. That means you black. You passed the black test. Now give me the money. Can I get that money? Can I get that money? We all black, ain't we? You voted for me. That means you black. You passed the black test. So give me the black money. $100 million is going over to Ukraine. 100 million, excuse me. What is that? 100, excuse me. He wants to give him 100 billion more. Sorry, I took that off. I took off the M, put on a B. Excuse me. He wants to give them 100 billion. 100 billion. So, that's your money that he's going to give up to Ukraine, and there's nothing you can do about it because y'all don't know about government. Y'all don't know any law and government. Damn it. Y'all don't know how to make the nigga do anything because of law and government. Shit. Damn, I'm trying to tell y'all. So, while that's going on, did you see Mitch McConnell, the robot, or the NPC, or whatever that hell that was Mitch McConnell? You see that nigga freeze in front of millions of people? This nigga was trying to give a press conference, and that nigga said, it was like somebody hit the pause button. It literally looked like this nigga was getting ready to talk. And somebody put the pause button on that nigga. Roger Groves, appreciate you, brother. Mob Deep, that's right, baby. Put on Shook Ones. Take over the limo with Shook Ones. Damn it, you ain't a crook, son. You just a shook one. But Mitch McConnell, that nigga had a brain fart malfunction. Now, is it because people saying, oh, that's because he a clone or a robot or whatever? It also could be because that nigga is 81 years goddamn old, and his old ass need to go sit the fuck down somewhere and stop trying to run everybody's life at 81, nigga. Go sit on a goddamn lake and fish with some geese, nigga. You ain't got to do that either. You can still live life. You just ain't got to be in control of millions of people's lives when you can't even say your name. Get your ass out of there. That should be criminal. The fact that he's in charge of this many people, the direction of this many people's lives, and this motherfucker is gone up here. Him, look at all these old motherfuckers. Him, Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, what's the other chick? Feinstein from California. All these old motherfuckers. None of these motherfuckers can do their job. Well, let me say, Maxine Waters, she's still pretty sharp though. She 84, and she's still pretty sharp though. That melanin still got them. That melanin is still surging the electricity around the body. But the rest of them damn 80-something-year-old motherfuckers, they can't think straight. And they are in charge of the fucking country. And this nigga Mitch McConnell had a brain fart, and somebody said somebody was in the back and they pushed a button. They saw him push a button or something, and then he kind of came back or something. I don't know. I don't know about all that. I know the nigga's 81. When you 81, shit start to pop off. Let me tell you a secret how to prevent that though. You want to do, when you get older, do things. So that deals with motor fitness. Your brain, the brain, the neuromuscular connection. That's called motor fitness, right? So, yo, this is Athie6, appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app. So, when you start to go, you start to get old, those signals from the brain start to take a little more time to reach the muscles, right? Excuse me. And so also though, even if you're not, that can also happen when you're younger if you're just not coordinated. So it's called motor fitness, your motor skills. So the way to do that is to do exercises or things that keep you, that are very fast paced, right? That are very fast paced. One thing is boxing. Boxing helps because when you're boxing, you have to think a lot. Move, boom, bam. You have to constantly think, and that keeps the neuromuscular connection going really fast. So people who get older, they're recommended to take boxing. It helps to keep your brain really sharp. Something called HIIT training. That's also another thing. HIIT training is when you do exercises really, really intensely for a short amount of time. You take a small break and then jump back into it. So you do about say 4 exercises. You do one, so let's say we'll take one exercise. So you do, say, squats. You'll squat as many times as you can within 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds, and then do it again for another 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds. So going back and forth. So that fast movement, that fast movement in your body creates a neuromuscular connection that helps to build it up. So do stuff like that. You can also research stuff like that that'll help you. But if you start, old people need to start doing things that are very fast paced, that keep your brain moving really quickly. Then, last few things, did you see the FTX dude? That nigga got off, as we knew he would. He's a Khazar with Khazarian, obviously, he's Khazarian parents, but Khazarian lawyer professor parents at Stanford. Again, his parents are Khazarian law professors from Stanford. A bunch of which they were funneling the money through them. So they set it up perfectly where he was clear. I promise you that's how that shit happened. They helped him set up an organization that was so airtight that when it got there, it was probably no legal way to tie him in, so that he could be culpable legally. That's the benefit of having 2 Khazarian law professors at Stanford. They know everything about the fucking law. Not to mention, they know the people who run the law system, the legal system. And if you got Khazarians in there, who's going to help the Khazarian brother, because that's what they do, you see what happened. So we knew that nigga was going to get off. Sam Bankman-Fried, this nigga is scot-free. He lost billions of people's dollars, billions of people of money for billions of dollars for a bunch of people. And he going to get away scot-free with it. Again, it's his good karma that he didn't cheat somebody like me. See? Niggas be having some good karma out there because, nigga, if you cheat a nigga like me, there's nowhere that you can run. Nowhere you can hide. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide. Nigga, I am gonna be on you, nigga. Nowhere. So, let me tell y'all something real quick. I never told y'all this real quick. Let me tell you, this is how crazy I am. And this is how I had to leave that world. So, back in the day, I was a vegetable salesman. I sold vegetables. Y'all can do it in your mind. Whatever, you can make the connection of what the vegetables is. But I sold some vegetables. Say broccoli, right? So, I had cats out here who sold broccoli for me. There's a lot of health enthusiasts in the hood. And so they might like a lot of broccoli. So I had a lot of broccoli salesmen. Or a few. And so then I had a nutritionist, so to speak, who helped me acquire my broccoli. And so there's a nutritionist I used to work with at a gym when I was a trainer. So at the same time, I was a trainer, LA Fitness, and I was a broccoli salesman. Never told y'all this. So the dude who was the nutritionist who was getting my broccoli for me, right? He decided that he was gonna keep a batch of my broccoli one day. He was gonna keep a batch of my broccoli. He thought, goddamn, this is a fresh batch of broccoli. This shit look good. It's green. I just picked it. We just picked it from the ground. The broccoli looks awesome. Smells great. I'm gonna keep the broccoli, right? How much broccoli? It was quite a bit. It was a lot of broccoli, right? It's a big batch. Let's say it was a big batch of broccoli. So this is when I was living in the hood. I was living with gangsters at this time, around this time. So I was living with a Blood and a Crip at this time. So Now, then the nutritionist, he was like a bodybuilder. Like, he was crazy swole. Like, this nigga had muscles. Like, this nigga was crazy swole. Decided he was gonna keep my batch of broccoli one day, right? So I said, oh, and his name was Malik. I'm gonna put your ass on blast, Malik, nigga. So Malik decided to keep my batch of broccoli one day. Wrong move. So we work at the same gym. Malik not showing up to work. This big swole nigga like this, I wasn't nowhere near as swole as him. I was cut, I was in really good shape, but niggas knew I was in the martial arts. So Malik didn't show up to work day after day after day. I'm like, all right. So I knew where he lived, and I had that number over there. So, and I also knew the other place he worked. So I went to this nigga's girl's house. I said, yo, is Malik here? Knocking, banging on, hey, Malik here? She like, no, he not here. I haven't seen him. And I'm going crazy, like, where Malik at? I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him. All right, tell him Kevin come in here looking for him. So after that, I go to the second gym where he works. I seen the nigga car there out in the parking lot. So I know he was there training. So I go up in the gym. This is a really expensive gym where he was training somebody. I walked up in the gym. I was like, yo, is Trainer Malik here? And I guess he had said, don't say I'm here, because the training was more on the back, on the roof. It was like a roof training type of facility. And so I get there, she's like, no, Malik's not here. I said, how come his car's in the parking lot? I'm loud. I'm loud as fuck. It's all kind of clients in there. I said, how come his car is in the parking lot? I looked to the thing and everybody, I said, yo, Malik, where your bitch ass at? Malik, bring your ass out here, nigga. I was like that, loud as shit in the gym, in a rich ass gym. Niggas was like, they were looking at me like, oh, this nigga crazy. Then it hit me like, oh shit, this is a bunch of white folks. Niggas, I was on one. I was like, oh shit, this is a bunch of white folks. Let me tone it down. So I left. And I said, God damn it, I'm about ready to take this fool out. So, and I was on some spiritual stuff back then too. So it was me having to choose which path I was going to roll on, because I was walking both paths at the time. So was I going to still do the street path or do the spiritual path? And I had to choose one. Was I going to go and handle Malik, because I damn sure was, or was I going to let it go and move on to where I was supposed to be? And so luckily for your bitch ass, Malik, nigga, I was on the spiritual path and I chose that, because nigga, nigga, I was on you, boy. I was coming for you, but damn. So just to say, that's how that works. You got to choose. You got to choose. Which path you're gonna take. Then real quick before I get out, Australia, they just switched to full CBDC. So my condolences to all the Australian people. All the banks switched to the CBDC in Australia. No more cash money, which means no more personal transactions. They can track all your transactions in Australia. So that sucks. And they can do that because of the type of government Australia is. Now they're trying it over here. They just released the FedNow over here, everybody. So if y'all didn't know, a few days ago, FedNow just got released. You may be with a bank that's in the FedNow system. You need to check. But if Wells Fargo and Chase, JP Morgan Chase is the two top banks in it, there's 30 banks in the system out of like hundreds. So there are hundreds of banks in the system. So it's not everybody in the system yet. They're still trying to pull people into the FedNow system. So make sure your bank is not in it. But Australia, your shit is over. Sorry, Australia. God damn. Sorry, Australia. But y'all can figure that out, man. Push for the cash money to come back. I don't know the system in Australia, but man, Figure out some way to try to get that cash money back, or stack old cash money, and just use it between each other as a medium of exchange between each other. But man, it sucks for y'all, man. Figure that out. Then last thing, Ice Cube. Y'all see they're trying to shit on your boy Ice Cube because he had a meeting with Tucker Carlson. Because Ice Cube is not a part of any political party, and because he's not a Democrat, they start shitting on him. Talking about now he's MAGA and he's right wing, and nigga, stupid. Now, I will say this. There is a major movement of melanated people going conservative, which is crazy. But you're starting to see the writing on the wall. You're starting to see the Democrat. First of all, there really shouldn't be in any part of any political system. However, if you're going to be in it, right now, the conservative side of the game, those are the ones who are actually telling the truth, which is crazy. Because in the Bush years, those were the craziest niggas. And the Trump years. In the Bush and the Trump years, Republicans, the conservatives were the craziest people. But right now, they are the people who are actually telling the truth. So a lot of melanated people are moving towards that movement. You can see a lot of channels on YouTube for melanated conservative people. So they're trying to say Ice Cube is one of them. But Ice Cube was just like, I'm telling the truth. And he said something crazy profound. He said it's not about the color. It's not about your color. Nigga, I don't need to be with you because you the same color as me, or you the same gender as me, from the same demographic. It's about who you, he said it's about who you vibe with. Again, vibrational frequency. We are on, he don't even know what he was saying. Maybe he does. But we are all of the same vibrational frequency, or we all vibrate. And we're not on the same frequency, but some of us are. And that doesn't necessarily will show with your skin tone. So who do you vibe with? Who are you up here vibrating with? And here. It's here and here. Who do you vibrate with? And then you move forward like that. So I'm going to shout out Q for that. Shout out to the homie Q. Hold on. So shout out to the homie Q for that one. So that's it in the political news, y'all. So moving along, this is real quick. I want to see if y'all seen this. Did y'all see the cocaine shark? Anybody see the cocaine sharks? Some of y'all saw the So, sharks and whales and giant ass ocean life has been taking out humans lately. Have y'all seen that? They've been eating humans. A lot of sharks have been eating humans. Like, nigga, that's a tasty little foot, my nigga. Did that foot come from Cosmix? That looked like one of them Cosmic foots. Put it on a sesame seed bun for me. So sharks are eating that Cosmix and snatching off niggas' feet. So they was wondering why in the hell are the sharks and the whales and shit so damn aggressive right now? What is going on with the wildlife, with the water life, the sea life? So they start doing the test. They start studying and doing the test. Come to find out that, so they started doing tests with different things, and one of the tests that they did was, it was something called fish powder. So fish powder is some type of chemical that has a reaction on fish. It kind of makes them anxious or some shit like that. It mimics like a drug effect. So they started basically what they had a theory that, because a lot of the attacks were happening in areas where drug dealers drop cocaine from the planes, and it hits the water, and so the sharks, yo, Roger Groves, appreciate you. Lost over 150 pounds. That's what's up. What martial arts? Which martial arts you record on my? Oh, I do Muay Thai. I do Muay Thai and boxing. That's my main. Those are my two main. But I do something called dirty boxing. I've done Wing Chun. So I've done Taekwondo, Wing Chun, Muay Thai, and boxing. So those are my main ones that I've done. So the cocaine, so they basically, they had a theory that the sharks were eating the cocaine. So they tried it. They tried some with the fish powder. So they released a bunch of fish powder in the ocean around a bunch of sharks. And the sharks got a little crazy, right? The sharks got crazy from the fish powder. So they were like, oh shit, is this really real? So then they upped the ante on the test. So they flew a plane. They flew a plane over the area where a lot of the drug dealers dropped the cocaine from the plane. So they dropped a bunch of bales or whatever stacks of these packed up things of fish powder. So they were trying to see if the fish recognized the sound when the thing that hits the water. And then they go, so exactly that. Soon as the thing, they were watching the fish, when the barrel of fish powder that looks like cocaine hits the water, boom, right? The fish all go, they like, shoot, nigga, they shoot for the fish powder. So these niggas is eating cocaine, getting high as fuck, and killing niggas. This shit is crazy. Now you see why niggas don't go to the goddamn beach. See all these Caucasian people is getting ate up by cocaine sharks. Nigga, what the fuck? We had cocaine bear. Now we got cocaine sharks. Nigga, this is insane. Both of them by drug dealers who dropped cocaine off from a plane. How crazy is that? The bear ate the cocaine that was dropped from a drug dealer's plane. And now the sharks and the whales are eating cocaine that's dropping and getting high as fuck and killing niggas. Eating the cocaine, nigga, fuck everybody. Nigga, they doing Tony Montana. Say hello to my little friend. Nigga, they putting their whole motherfucking gills and shit in the pile of cocaine. Like Scarface put his face, they put their gills in the cocaine and sniff it all up. Nigga, this shit is crazy. They sniffing cocaine through the gills like Scarface and trying to take out everybody. Insane. Shout out to the cocaine sharks. That shit is hilarious. When I read that story, I was dying. Sorry to the people who got fucked up by the cocaine shark, because they are taking out some people. The cocaine sharks are really pissed, and they're really taking out some people. So shout out to those people that are getting fucked up, but damn. The cocaine sharks is real. And the last thing I got, everybody. So, did you hear about Korea? So in Korea, they claim that they have found a room temperature superconductor. Now, I've talked about this many times before. I've talked about this. You've seen the God classes. In the melanin part of the God class, we talked about this. That one of the main things they're looking for in science was a room temperature superconductor, right? So what's the difference between a semiconductor and a superconductor? A semiconductor, so conductor is when energy passes through a medium, right? So energy goes from one point to another point through a medium, right? Like a wire or copper bar or something like that, right? So semiconductivity, right? So what happens is in semiconductor, when energy goes from one point to the next, it loses power through heat, by traveling from point A to point B. In a superconductor, energy can travel from point A to point B at a lossless rate. It loses no heat energy, right? So that's the difference between a semiconductor and a superconductor. However, in a superconductor, as long as the 2 points resonate, so if point A and point B resonates at the same frequency, energy can go back and forth between those 2 points forever until one of the points, A or B, changes its frequency, even slightly. Then, boom, it's no longer a superconductor. So, Koreans said that they found a room temperature superconductor. And I've been talking about this all the time because superconductors usually they have to get something down to superconductivity, they have to freeze it to like 400 degrees below zero or some shit like that, right? It has to be so cold where it dissipates a magnetic field. So the magnetic field within the object is dissipated, and then it becomes superconductive, right? As long as the electromagnetic or the magnetic field is dissipated. So they do that by freezing it. So this is in the article, so I want to read you parts of the article because I want to break some stuff down. So basically it says most superconductors only work at very low temperatures, close to absolute zero and under high pressure, way below zero. I've seen it way below zero. So then it says the Korean science team, the Korean science team claims to have overcome these limitations by creating a new material called LK99. There's that number 99, that number 9, baby. Greatest number in the universe. Which they say is a modified form of lead apatite with a small amount of copper ions, right? That they say this causes a slight volume shrinkage and structural distortion that creates superconducting quantum wells in the interfaces of the material, right? So what does this mean? Basically, this material has copper ions in it that makes it conductive. So what is an ion? Ion is a charged particle, right? It's electrically charged particle, ion. So it's saying that this thing has copper ions, electrically charged copper within it, which is the main thing. So it says lead apatite, but lead is not superconductive. It's the copper. Lead is not copper. Lead is not conductive like that. The copper is, though. Anybody knows about copper? If you take copper and wrap it around a magnet, you get electricity. Copper plus magnet equals electricity. That's what this is. This is a copper bracelet. I can't show you, but it's magnets. Can y'all see? There's magnets on the inside of this copper bracelet, creating a small electrical charge within the bracelet. So why is that important? Because I've talked about room temperature superconductors in the past. You already have it. It's called melanin. This is your LK99 right here. This is M99, melanin 99, 9 to the 900 to the 9th power of 9. You already have had that. Melanin is semiconductive and superconductive. It's semiconductive just on its own throughout every day. It absorbs energy and transfers it, transmutes it. Not transfers, but transmutes it into energy for you. I'm about to read you some stuff on that. But again, I've been telling you that in the Great Book of Melanin Research. Now the research stops here from the last conference that I got this from, where they were selling the book on their website. That was the conference in 96 or 2000. I forget which one this was. But so it's either 96 or 2000 is when that research, that's the last part of that research, because they stopped selling the research on their website after I bought it. I bought it and then I went back to the website and you couldn't find it. So copper, again, so why is that important? So copper, your melanin contains copper. Your melanin is produced in something called the melanosome. Right? That's the melanin cell. It's called the melanosome. Right? The melanocyte. It's called the melanocyte. And so that's the name of the cell is called the melanocyte. That's the name of the melanin cell. Within the cell, you have something called the melanosome. That's a small factory where they produce the melanin in the melanin cell. So you can think of the cell as a small town and the melanosome as the factory within the town that creates the melanin, right? So in this small factory, how are they creating the melanin in this small factory? It combines something called tyrosinase that's a amino acid, tyrosinase, with an enzyme that only melanated people have called excuse me, tyrosinase is the enzyme. Tyrosine is the amino acid. So it combines tyrosine, the amino acid, and the enzyme tyrosinase, which only melanated people have. Tyrosinase has copper. It has copper within the enzyme, and that's what you get on top of your skin. So you have basically a copper skin. You have a copper shield around you where energy or electricity can flow over the top of your body without harming your organs. That's where the ancient Kemetans used to take the diapole. When you see them with this staff and the ankh, the staff is called a diapole. It has a positive end and a negative end, and they can stick that staff into the Earth's magnetic field, and then now they have become part of the Earth's magnetic field when they do that. A book that breaks that down, Melanin, A Key to Freedom. So go look up Melanin, A Key to Freedom. And it's also, they break that off in the Ankh. The book, it's called the Ankh. I forgot. I think I have it over here. Damn. I can't find it, guys, but it's in that book. It's called The Ankh. I forgot who it's written by, but is it over there? No. So I don't have it, but in that Ankh, it breaks that off too. So electricity can flow over your body. Excuse me, it can flow over your body without harming you. Now, Sheed Waters, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Where can I get the copper bracelet? Oh, I got this off of Amazon. It's like an electric copper bracelet with magnets. You'll see it come up. So, that's why we were able to do a lot of those things. We were able to transfer or transmute vibration and frequency, which is in sound, which we can, sound, depending on the frequency, sound can levitate things. It can move material objects. That's what the ankhs were for. The ankhs were in different shapes, so the different shape of the ankh held a different frequency that allowed you to do different things with it, levitate, lasers, all that type of stuff. So go back and do your ancient science. So this is the melanin, the room temperature superconductor that they've been looking for. We already have. Now they can't tap into it. So what makes the melanin a superconductor? What turns it into a superconductor? So it's a semiconductor no matter what, no matter whenever you're doing. You can see that just as, just everyday stuff. When you'll get a inkling about something and know that, and you're like, damn, how did I know that? Or something, you'll get an inkling about something before it happens and all that type of stuff. This is your melanin being on. Now, everyone has melanin, just so we know. There's external melanin and there's internal melanin. So everyone has internal melanin. Not everyone has external melanin. So everyone does have melanin and able to tap into the system, but some able to do it on different scales than others, right? So on your external melanin tapping into the frequency, or excuse me, being able to transmute energy. So this is what they said about it. So the people who talked about this before, I want y'all to go look these people up. Dr. Carol Barnes, Layla Africa, Dr. Ann Brown, Dr. Richard King. These are some of the main people who have talked about melanin, right? And so they'll talk about the same stuff that's in the melanin book, not to the scale that's in the melanin book, because the melanin book is all the research that they've been doing for the past 119 years now. So that's what you'll get in the melanin book. But this, you'll get a small little excerpt from studying them. So Carol Barnes, he talked about how, because he's actually one in the lab, and he talks about how melanin can absorb sound in a completely dark room. if you stomp on the ground or tap on a table, the melanin will absorb that vibration and convert it to energy. That's because if you're, you know, no matter where you are, your melanin, you need energy. So it can convert heat, light, sound, all of these things into energy for your body. So listen to what it says. So, and on the stock market, it's still on the stock market. Stock market melanin is categorized as CAS 8049-97-6. Again, CAS 8049-97-6. That's the chemical or the code name, what is it? The numbering, the code numbering system for melanin. That's the best way I can describe it. So you can't just go buy melanin. You have to buy it under that code. And it's like $600 a gram on the stock market. $600 a gram. You go try to buy it from somebody, it's going to cost you anywhere from $500 to $600 for 1 gram. That's how much that shit is. And that's synthetic melanin, not even real melanin. If you go get real melanin, it's going to cost way more than that. That's for the synthetic melanin. Real melanin is even more than that. So there's a book or a magazine called Market Watch. This is what Market Watch has to say, because people are investing in melanin. So this is what they're saying in Market Watch. The global melanin market is anticipated to rise at a considerable rate during the forecast period between 2022 and 2030. In 2021, the market is growing at a steady rate, and with rising adoption of strategies by key players, the market is expected to rise over the projection horizon. They're talking about melanin, the shit that's in your fucking body, on your skin, right? Then it says, the high adoption of advanced technology, I'll say that again, the high adoption of advanced technology and the presence of large players in this region are likely to create ample growth opportunities for the market. The high adoption of advanced technology. What does that mean? Your melanin is being used in high advanced technology. So, in the new technologies we have, what makes it work is melanin. So because of that, that means the market is about to go off the chain. That's what that just said. The high technology market is about to go off the chain because they found more uses for what melanin can do, right? So then this is again, now the reason I gave you the date of that melanin book is because they still doing research on it. Now the people who, this research comes from the International Federation of Pigment Cell Societies. So who is in that society, right? The Asian Society for Pigment Cell Research, the European Society for Pigment Cell Research, the Japanese Society for Pigment Cell Research, the Pan-American Society for Pigment Cell Research, and the National Institute of Health, the NIH, Fauci. So where you just see the Pan-American Society for Pigment Cell Research, do y'all know Mexico is considered part of the Americas? Mexico is considered part of the Americas. Now, this is a report from the University of Mexico and some other research facilities, labs in Mexico, who's doing research on melanin. So this is the Mexican science. So it's a science report on the photoelectric. So this is the title. Science report on the photoelectrochemical properties of melanin. Again, science report on the photoelectrochemical properties of melanin. So it says, this is quotes from the article, from the research. Melanin is to the animal kingdom like chlorophyll to the vegetable kingdom. Melanin collects energy from lower energy radiation sources, kicks electrons into excited states, initiating a process that would end up producing chemical energy, similar to the way in which photosynthesis supplies energy to plants. This is new research. This just came out from Mexico. This is like 2021. So again, I'm gonna read that to y'all one more time, because maybe y'all didn't. I want y'all to skip past it. Melanin is to the animal kingdom like chlorophyll to the vegetable kingdom. Melanin collects energy from lower energy radiation sources like TVs, like batteries, like phones, like anything, lights, the hood of your car, the heat of your car. All of these are low radiation sources. So it collects energy from lower energy radiation sources, kicks electrons into excited states, meaning once it's absorbing this energy, your electrons is like, oh shit, nigga, what's happening? We good, nigga, what's popping? Kicks electrons into excited states, initiating a process that would end up producing chemical energy. Chemical energy, what is that? Chemical energy, what is a type of chemical energy? Sugar would be a type of chemical energy. But this doesn't produce sugar. It produces a certain, it converts it to, so it converts certain things that would convert things into like chemical energy. So the chemical energy that you get in your body is carbohydrates. So what it would do is takes this energy and able to convert other things into carbohydrate energy for your body, for your muscles, fuel for your body. So, boom, similar, so basically a process that would end up producing chemical energy similar to the way in which photosynthesis supplies energy to plants. However, the precise role of melanin during this process are unknown. That's a quote. Now here we go again, another quote. We found in controlled in vivo assays. So what does that mean? In vivo assay, that word is ASSAYS. So in vivo means live. In vitro means in tubes. Vitro, vivo. So in vitro means tubes. In vivo means live people. So they're studying melanin inside of live people. Assays means is just a procedure for studying something. It's like a research. So what they're saying is we found in controlled live studies or research that melanin has the remarkable capability of converting lower energy radiation towards a more useful form of energy. Then, melanin's energy conversion ability is a major target of solar energy conversion development, meaning solar panels. Again, melanin's energy conversion ability is a major target of solar energy conversion development and an organic semiconductor way for and a semiconductor way for photoelectrochemical applications will be relevant for such developments. Meaning they gonna take your melanin and use it for all kind of goddamn technological advancements in the future. You nigga. Talking about you. That's what they just said. Holy shit. But they're marveling over Korea just found LK99, a room temperature, but it's not even, if you go read the science, it's not really a room temperature. It can do some things at room temperature semiconductivity, but not majorly what they're talking about. So there's still a bunch of research that has to go into it. But we're superconductive. How do we become superconductive, everybody? With your melanin. Semiconductive, meaning we're not fully on the same thing, but so we're losing energy from point A to point B because, you know, there's some stress along the way. So meaning if you have a wire, if the energy is traveling through the wire is so compressed, meaning it's stressing the energy, so it's forcing the energy through it, from one point to the other. So it's losing heat by dissipating from going one point to the other. So how do we, as melanated people, become super conductive without losing that energy? Meaning we're on complete harmony. We're in complete harmony with each other. That's how same vibrational frequency. If you look up the science of magnetism, in order for the magnet to be magnetic, it has to get all the ions going in one direction. The molecules the molecules within the magnet has to be facing one way, all going one direction. Because sometimes they can be disaggregated. If it is, then the magnet won't work. But if the magnet, all the molecules are facing one way, going the same doom, meaning we're all connected and collectively on the same page, we become magnetic. And this is where the science of as above, so below comes in. Meaning if that's happening there on the micro scale, extrapolate that to you. It's no different. One law in the universe is the same law no matter where it goes. So for us to become magnetic as a people and become super conductive to where our energy is just mashing out, we got to get on the same goddamn page. That's just a simple scientific way of saying it. If we want to become super magnets, like this damn thing right here, this is a neodymium magnet. This is the most powerful magnet they have in the world. This thing is so goddamn powerful, I can't even... Whoa, shit, damn. You see that? I'm sitting on a metal chair. Listen to this. This, you can barely, and you try to... This thing is crazy. And if you have two of these coming together, if your finger's there, it can crack your finger. It can mess it up. So that would mean all of the molecules, this is so compact and dense too, meaning so many molecules and atoms within this thing, compact with it. But for it to be this powerful, that means all of those molecules and atoms are vibrating and harmonizing, going the same way. It's sticking to my metal table. So in order for us to be the same way, because we're electromagnetic, in order for us to be the same way, we got to be focused in the same goddamn direction, people. That's just how that is. We don't need Koreans coming in there finding room temperature superconductors when we've been walking around with it since the beginning of time. We just don't know how to use it. You know when that works? When you're a basketball team. Look at a basketball team. When they're all on the same level, they can do things without looking at the no-look pass. Throwing a dime, knowing when you're coming down the court and you just throw the ball in the air, you don't even really know nobody's there, but you know it because your melanin you're vibrating. Your melanin is talking to each other. Your frequencies are talking to each other. You come down and do a no-look pass like that and throw out the way and just know that you got somebody trailing that's going to come up and get that because you're on the same frequency, you're in the same harmony. So, shout out to the Koreans, but we beat you to it, Korean. Melanated people beat you to it. That's why y'all need to go and get your damn Great Book of Melanin Research. You are the Wakandan Black Panthers, all of y'all walking around here. Your melanin able to absorb energy and then shoot it back out. That's what the damn vibranium was about. They could absorb punches and laser blast and everything. No matter what hit it, it could absorb it. Didn't phase them. And then he can take that energy and boom, explode it back out to anybody else. Meaning can transmute the energy to something useful for him. Again, melanated people, you are Nagalorians. This is the way. Learn how to use your melanin. Vibrate, meditate, get back on the same frequency with your melanin. This is the way we get back to godhood. Y'all see the brother right here? This is the God sitting in the middle of a nebula. That's you. This all melanated God sitting in the middle of a nebula. Damn it. Get on your goddamn path. get on your path. And then, real quick, did you guys, I want to say something real quick about Clone Tyrone. Because Clone Tyrone, I got to watch it again to really do a deep dive on the science of it. But that movie funny as hell. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is funny as shit. And when she was doing his nails, respect the cuticle. But respect the cuticle. You gotta respect the cuticle. Jamie Foxx had me dying. He is so damn funny in that movie. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. He was one of the funniest niggas of all time. But that movie's funny. It has a little lull in it, you know, for a second until they get back in it and they decide they're gonna do something about the cloning. But when they do, that shit is hilarious. But the end, man, that is exactly how niggas would act if they found out clones was in the town. When they was underground, they was underground. They found the cloning facility, and the nigga he got on the phone. He called. Guess where I'm at? Underground. Yeah, nigga. He let you in underground. And then the fool upstairs when the news people came and the dude, what up, IG? They out there cloning niggas. What the fuck? They out there cloning niggas, man. What the fuck? All right, nigga, that had me dying. Because that's how niggas would really act. They down there cloning niggas. What the fuck? So, shout out to that movie. That movie is so damn... That movie is so goddamn funny, man. It had me rolling. But real quick, everybody, make sure y'all get back in the game. Order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, realnoggers.com, and you get your police stop law package for free. The Know Your Rights manual, everything you need to know about police stops. That'll save your ass when you really get into it, or just when police officers try to violate your rights. They keep trying to violate your rights, go after their police insurance. It's called the public official bond. And for every time they violate your rights, you can go after it each time. So get $75,000 per incident. Right here, these two things should be your Bibles. Right here, this should be your Bibles. Get these, make your children study them, do a book report every week on every chapter. That's how we got to start doing this. We got to change the way we move so we can change where we are. All right, boom. So right here, and then, you know, this is the main thing you keep in your car. This is the main package you keep in your car. Constitutional rights card. Let them know what your rights are, what'll happen when they violate those rights, which is go and get that bond. And then qualified immunity card. Lets them know that they lose the qualified immunity. They lose their qualified immunity when they knowingly violate your constitutional rights. So when you tell them on camera and then they do it anyway, they lose that. And so again, right here, this is Malley versus Briggs. That says that right there. It says a peace officer or public official loses their qualified immunity when they knowingly violate the law or are plainly incompetent. So that's the very first thing they will read on this card when you give it to them. So they have a duty to know the law that they're enforcing. So if they're about to violate your constitutional rights and they act like they don't know that they're about to do it, you warn them that they are and they still keep it pushing, boom, you got them. Keep this in your car, hand this to the police officer, say, I don't answer questions. All right? And then for all those people, they still coming after you. Oh, here we go right here. Forgot about these. Make sure you get these. I had some people have been telling me they've been sitting their children down and making them do book reports on these cards. So these are the Law and Government flashcards, volume 1 and 2. You can only get volume 2 on realnoggers.com. Sorry for that. We haven't put it on Know Your Rights Foundation yet. So if you want volume 2 of the card, you got to go to realnoggers.com. They're only on there. But we got the Law and Government flashcards and the police stop flashcards. Parents are saying they're having their children do book reports on this. That's what I'm talking about. And they're liking it. Man, children like knowledge when they're young. They want to know stuff. So, man, give it to them young. Let them get in there so they can notice when they get about 14 or 15, they sound like they Johnny Cochran when they out there protecting their rights. Make sure they do it. And then, you know, we got the, for the cupcakes that they're going to keep trying to come after you, the MERS COVID that they're trying to push on you. Make sure that you don't get caught behind that. And this is the liability, the crack scene liability notice that lets them know that they're liable for for every second that the cupcake stays in your system, if they force you to get it by holding you under duress, meaning if they say that your job is in jeopardy, then they're liable for every time it's in your system. And this is all the adverse effects from the CDC right here listed, so they can't say anything. And then boom, it comes with the letter. This is the major letter that shows you on the back. Also on the back for your signature. This has a place for your signature on the back. You can copy this and hand this to your employer. And this is also one for the religious exemption. If you want to use a religious exemption excuse, meaning you're not for abortions because aborted fetal Charmin is within the cupcakes. So make sure you get out there. And also, it comes with the P.F. Heiser Bakery Report. Forgot to tell you that. It comes with the bakery report right here. This is their own report, their own clinical study that shows 1,220 people kicked the bucket in the first 4 days. So there's no more going back. We're not doing the Pandeezy again. We have everything that you need to know to protect yourself, assert your rights so that we can move into the future. When this thing falls, because it's going to fall, what are you going to do? Are you going to know what to do to pick up the pieces? That's really what you should be asking yourself, because it is falling. America's made to fall. It's built on nothing but fuckery, bullshit and fuckery. So anything with a foundation of bullshit and fuckery is going to fall. Where are you going to be when it does? Are you going to be able to pick it back up? Are you going to be able to do anything that the people who were in the first part of the Reconstruction, creating banks and our own cities and all that, are you going to be able to do any of that? Law systems, any of that type of stuff? Do you know how to do that? Do you know government? Do you know law? So when this shit does fall, you'll be able to create your own systems and do what you need to do. If you don't, get to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Order some of these things that we got. If you want the whole package, make sure you go order the Great Book of Melanin Research, and I'll give you the whole package for free. And it comes with a deck of flashcards. Who just hit me up right there? Who was that? Lee. Thank you, girl. Appreciate you. Thank you, Lee. Appreciate everybody who hit the super chat and also hit the Cash App. Thank you guys, all my moderators. Make sure y'all check out the fight tonight. Boop, 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 boop. That's Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. So Terrence Crawford. It's going to be a hell of a fight. If y'all don't know, those are two champions. Those are two off-the-chain champions. That is going to be one hell of a fight. Two different styles. Styles makes fights. Going to be absolute crazy. Absolutely nuts. So shout out to them two in the fight tonight. I'll be watching it. How will I be watching it? I may just be getting my Jack Sparrow on. I don't know. What is Jack Sparrow? Shout out to Jack Sparrow. Because I may be watching the Jack Sparrow version of the fight tonight. If y'all know what that means, y'all know what it means. I'm out of here. Turkey burger time. Peace.